you'll forgive me for taking some time to think this through. I guess PEPFAR, the attempt to reduce HIV transmission and reduce progression to AIDS in Africa, which was certainly something that President Bush need not have done and decided to do. He also embraced, even though it took forever at the end of the HIV ban before he left office. I'm trying to think now of other things that he did that one regards as admirable. I think his own early insistence that the enemy was not Islam, but a politicized version of fundamentalist Islamism, was very important at the beginning of the conflict with Al-Qaeda and has been woefully lost by his successors. I think his refusal to pardon Scooter Libby remains a feather in his cap, about the only time he really told Dick Cheney where to get off. And I think his refusal to acquiesce to the Krauthammer, Kagan, Crystal position that we should bomb Iran. In fact, his adamant refusal to do so. I also respect his defense of a two-state solution in Israel, another position that has basically been all but abandoned by his successors as they've radicalized more to the right. And I also think, here we go, the London speech, where he spoke of reversing the historic American foreign policy of backing Arab autocrats over the legitimate aspirations of their people, that he was abandoning that formally in favor of support for democratic movements in that region, was a critical turning point. I think it took Obama to remove the taint of the Bush years in Iraq to unleash that potential, but sure, it has been released this last year. It's the great story. It didn't happen because the United States told these people to rebel or corralled them or ordered them or organized them, which is all the better. But it happened. And I think for Bush to switch U.S. policy from pro-autocrat to pro-democracy in the Arab Muslim world is probably the most important thing that he left behind, and which has been taken up by the Obama administration and not, actually, by his neocon friends, who remain suspicious of any Arab democracy whatsoever.